everybody hunts for different reasons. Some people love hunting. They want to get that great big buck. Others want to get the meat in the freezer. Well, I'm going to combine getting meat in the freezer with getting a big buck, and if you follow all these steps, you're going to learn how to do it more successfully. Now, one thing you're going to have to learn in your area is the genetics, the potential your genetics in your area have to offer. That's going to be a lot of hiking, a lot of finding sheds, maybe looking at some other guys' trophy shots, other bucks people have shot. Look in the record book listings for your area and try to find out what a nice big buck is where you hunt, and that's key first. So game trails, mineral licks that we've showed you how to make, finding sheds and finding old bucks and learning what an old buck is. So let's take a look at what a mature blacktail is, what a genetically gifted young blacktail is, the one you do want to harvest, the one you don't want to harvest. So we'll build up to the big one first, all right? Okay, so along the route, there's many, many, many different ages and sizes of deer in your area, guaranteed. There's one human alive that's going to be able to dictate there's only 2 points here, 3 points here. Those are the only deer he sees. In every herd of deer, every herd of moose, every herd of game, we'll keep it blacktails, there's always going to be a great big mature breeder buck. That's all there is to it. There can never not be that big breeder buck in your area. Knowing that and having that knowledge in your back pocket should and hopefully will encourage you to pass on lesser deer, let the deer in your area grow up, even though you think somebody else is going to shoot it anyway. I might as well shoot it too. Well, go ahead. What does that do? It eats up your tag. It definitely stops that young buck from growing up to be old. And you're not going to be able to shoot a great, big, huge, mature buck the one you've been dreaming all your life because you just cut your tag in a small one. So, lesson number one, stop shooting young, small deer. It doesn't pay off. This is a buck that I shot along my route to getting better hunting blacktails. This is a young, smaller deer. I should never have harvested this buck. Look at him. He's fanning out. He's going wide. This guy with 3 or 4 more years on him was going to be an absolute hideous, huge monster of a buck if I passed on that day and let him go. But I didn't. Check it out. When I did harvest him, I was starting to learn what a big buck was in my area where I grew up. This would have been a great deer on the island I grew up, but he's not. What is a big buck in this exact same area? Well, take a look at this. This is. That is what he could have been, or he's on his way to be. He was possibly on his way to be bigger than this. How old is this buck? Well, he's a 4-point up top. He's got small bases, not much knurling up the main beams. He could have been anywhere from 3 to 4 years old. Well, he's probably a 3-year-old buck. This buck right here, look at him, he's prime. He's heavy in every way. He's thick, he's huge, he's heavy, he's got the mature looking tines, he's got the width, he's got the bases. The bases are the #1 indicator to a big mature buck, and this guy's got him. So how old was this guy? He could have been anywhere from 5 years old to possibly 8 years old, I'd guess him, for sure in that window. He's looking pretty prime. If I really had to put money on it and narrow it down, maybe a 7-year-old buck. 3-year-old buck, 7-year-old buck. Look at the difference. Why would you harvest anything less? Hold out. That's the rule here. You hold out. You see this buck, well, he's a 4-point. I saw a 4-point. 4-point blacktails aren't that common. It's a tough thing to let go. Let him go. Let him become this. All right?